Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cool.
Okay, good.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy here, Tombstone, aka Big Daddy Longballs, and you can see it's now day 2 of the green epoxy table build, and you can see that we've moved from the wood shop that I've rented, and we've had to move it down to the epoxy dungeon, my basement. Okay, here. So there we are, beautiful basement. We decided to do it in the basement because it's more cramped, and I think that's what makes
That's
it
your
kind of
favorite thing.
it kind of makes it more fun to get really hot and like pissed off about it. But the real reason is because the temperature here is regulated to, you know, a perfect 65 degrees at all times.
Not in the basement.
So we do this because we don't want the temperature to be going up and down. So let's get going. Okay, as you can see, we have coated the outside like I mentioned before, and edges, and apparently a lot of the top, which usually not ideal. I wouldn't do that if I was doing it, but
Maybe next time you can do it then.
so anyway, so now we just gotta, first things first, we gotta scuff this up. We gotta have the new epoxy we're gonna pour in here. We have to just scuff it up so it has something to grab onto. All right. So as you can see here, you just kind of ruin it. Like if you feel like it looks nice, ruin it a bit. All right. Just scuff it a little bit. A lot of people ask, you know, important question. Is it dangerous? They go, hey, Tombstone, is it dangerous to pour epoxy in your basement? The answer to that is, we don't know. Yeah, it's right next to our furnace. So if that's a fire hazard, not sure. Could it be, you know, could the air being sucked in and just kind of push the different epoxy poisons throughout the entire house? Well, if it is, we're all getting it at the same time. So we'll all go out at the same time. You know what I mean? So, what? You don't like that?
Probably just giving us cancer.
Little mesothelioma. Okay, Chris has scratched the shit out of it, so good. We got it in this purpose-built tray here, which is great. It makes it a lot easier than having to make a mold every time. But the problem is, well, I'll show you the problem. We've got it clamped down. Now, the only problem with this mold is, if you don't clamp the absolute shit out of it, this part will raise up in the middle a little bit, and it'll just make a bent.
A bowed table.
A bowed table. Then you have to really sand the crap out of it and plane it down to make it, and then you end up with a table that's about a ½ inch thick. So, just clamp the crap out of it. Another thing. I mean, this epoxy's sticky, so we got stuff just glued here. I mean, that's permanent now. Krista at one point, this is the official epoxy drill because she, I don't want to talk about it because it's upsetting. After she mixed it, she set it like this to dry. Well, it dried the bit into it. So now this is the official epoxy drill because this bit will not come out, right?
Correct.
Yes. All right. So now it's time to mix. Let's get to it. All right. We're using liquid glass, 2-to-1 deep pour epoxy. So we're going to put 2 parts of A and then 1 part of B in there. And we're going to be using 4 gallons today. Now here's a little trick from a pro. If you stab it, it's a little speed hole. All my dab heads know about a speed hole, you know what I mean? Well, so you just kind of poke it.
I don't think that's the best place to poke it. That's not the best place to poke it. It's very thick there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
It's probably not a good thing to use either. We have a box cutter.
Where?
It's on the ground over there.
Oh, that's too far away.
Okay.
We don't have time. Okay, so this is my pro tip of the day.
You're gonna knock all the epoxy over.
Look at that. Look at it flow now. It was about empty anyway. Is enough flowing? Or is that it?
That's it.
Oh.
You took so long, it was empty.
Okay. Okay, now we're mixing. And I know I showed you the Porter cable drill that she ruined, but she decided now to use the good Milwaukee drill.
This is the one you gave me a battery for.
Yeah, so now hopefully we don't ruin this one. All right, so now we just mix. You got to mix for sure in 5 minutes. And how?
Because it's cloudy right now. You
Yeah.
want it to be clear.
So when it looks like a hot load, I guess, right?
Clear?
No. When it looks like a hot load, you're not done.
Oh, correct.
Yeah. So once it goes clear, then you know. Yeah, it's cloudy. And then after that, then you add your colors in. Okay, so for this part, wait, I think the light behind you is no good. Well, now you're further from the light.
I thought you wanted me away from the light.
It's behind you. We need a light on your. There you go. Okay, much better. Okay, looks great.
This will work.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So now it's time to put the color in. It's pretty much clear. We got a little bubble scum.
Bubbles. We'll worry about that later.
We'll worry about that later. All right. So Chris is in charge of all the color stuff because when I first met her, she introduced me to Pantone. I didn't even know what that is.
If you give me a PMS color you want, I'll match it.
I'm still not even sure what Pantone is. Apparently
it's like the color experts.
They're in charge of
they just
colors.
decide.
They get to
what's
decide.
The color of the year. They'll tell you.
And Krista is like Rain Man with color of the year. She could name them off for the last 25 years. Let's go. 1998. Go.
No.
Okay, so we're going for like a foresty green. Here's what the client has sent me. He says he wants this color green, not like a Secret of the Ooze, which I had recommended, but he wants kind of a foresty green here. So
I think this is going to be closest, but we're not going to have enough.
That's okay. We got.
So
I don't like the liquid ones anyways.
I love the liquid ones.
It doesn't add enough depth to it.
I like it.
Personally.
So that's the whole thing. I'm going to start throwing more stuff in.
Alright, now this is where it gets fun.
It's going to get wild.
Alright.
I already pulled some colors, so these are the greens I'm going to use. They're obviously too bright, so then we'll throw in some gray, some black. Hope that works.
Hopefully. Or we're out a lot of money. Or we convince the client after that this actually looks cooler. And that's always a good way to say it. Like, actually, what you wanted was stupid. Okay, she just poured the whole thing in?
No, I did not.
Okay,
half
okay,
of it.
Felt like it. Alright. A lot of other people use like some sort of
device.
Yeah, they'll get like they'll use a Coke nail. Okay. I know that looks pretty gross, but I think we nailed it.
Gross? Why would it look gross?
It looks like a swamp. I don't know. It looks disgusting.
It
looks like a really used porta potty.
No.
Yes, it does. All right.
It's beautiful, like leaves.
Yeah, it looks great. All right, now it's pour time.
Jesus.
Here we go.
Oh my God, that's heavy.
This is the money shot. And this is also the fun part where you find out if you made enough. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cool. Did we make enough? Cool. That's a good ass sludge. Okay, up next we gotta get the bubbles. You take just your average heat gun. Alright? It'll pop them. There we go. Nice. And so now the epoxy, you have about, what'd you say, 18 hours to swirl it?
24.
24 hours. So this is in the final form. This is what we're gonna let it sit, and then it'll start getting goopier and gooier, and then
then we swirl so it doesn't have just these weird. It just looks kind of
blah. Okay, it's been about 24 hours. Would you say?
A little bit less.
A little bit less. Here's
pretty late last night.
Here's where the table's at right now. So it looks cool, but I don't know. I like a swirl.
To me, it seems like the inside of a body for some reason. I don't know.
Oh yeah, like two kind of lips.
Okay.
And then a tongue.
Uh-huh.
Is what I'm saying, like a mouth.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is kind of the consistency you want. You probably want to zoom in on this. So.
Okay, let's zoom in. Oh yeah.
Like goopy.
It's a goop.
All right. So I'll just start right here, but you just want to go and kind of just do whatever, you know, wherever
your heart takes you.
Exactly. But you just want to do that throughout the whole thing, and then hit it with the heat gun again.
So you just gotta do this. It'll resettle itself because it's still not. I mean, it still has some time. So
yeah.
Do the whole table. All right, that'll be it. And then we let it sit for 7 days. We'll be back in 7 days for day 3. 7 days from now will be day 3.
Yes.